Good morning, my storage ninjas. I'm back. I'm back from holiday. So I've just got back last night at 1:30 in the morning, and yeah, we're gonna be back on the old podcast bandwagon. So basically, there's gonna be a few changes. Got to be really quick because I got to take the kids to school. But the changes are it's going to be a Monday, Wednesday, Friday podcast now. There's not going to be a Tuesday one. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to roll up all the reports, the weekly reports, in one. Because what's the point of doing Monday and Tuesday? It's more effort for you guys to listen. It's more effort for me to do, and I can just do it all in one. Why wouldn't I? So that's going to be change number one. About MrSelfStorage.com. You will have seen last week I didn't do any of the newsletters, not one day, and that's because I was on holiday, and I started doing them, but it means 2 hours of work, one and a half to 2 hours of work every single night. And I'm on holiday. I can't do it until after 5:30 because I don't know the results. I can do a little bit, but it just meant that it took me away from my family. And so when I'm on holiday, especially out of the country, then that is when there will be a pause from Mr. Self Storage's the newsletter. I love doing them. I want to continue. I absolutely love it. But I don't want it to impact the family, my family, in any way, shape, or form. And it'll put a bit of pressure on myself. It'll put pressure on my wife to look after the kids. And ultimately, I won't have seen the kids as much on holiday. And what's holidays all about? It's not about working. So that is that. And I didn't do a podcast last Monday. And the reason being, again, something similar that I was away with my mum, my dad, my sisters, their kids, etc. And I just couldn't find, it sounds stupid, I couldn't find the time because I wanted to be present all the time. And also, I do think that my grandma passed away in December, and I do think that all of a sudden, it'll creep up on us. My mum will have passed, my dad will have passed, something will have happened to somebody else in the family. I hope not. But, so you never know what's around the corner. And so on occasions when we're on holiday, if I get a chance to do a podcast, I will. And if I don't, then I'm not going to put any pressure on myself because ultimately it's something that I love doing and I like doing it. And it's not even when there's sponsors, it's not a massive business or anything like that. And so it's got to fit into the lifestyle, but I'll always do the Wednesdays and Fridays because I can pre-record them like I did last week. Self-storage tips. I've got on holiday, I wrote down tons. I've got tons coming up my eyeballs. So I've got content for the next 3 to 6 months for that sort of thing. So yeah, really, really excited to do the self-storage tip on a Wednesday and a Friday. Right, let's get cracking then, because it was a busy week. I think it was a record-breaking week last week for the amount of reservations. Maybe I should go away more often. Mind you, I've got nothing to do with reservations anyway because I'm not customer facing. I never speak to the customers. 1 second, just go take a swig of tea. A cup of tea and a coffee in the morning is like my superpower. Right, amount of quotes. Mind you, it's a bit cold now. It looks sunny outside, doesn't it, this morning? But it's not. I don't know if it's. Maybe I'm used to Tenerife weather. Right, amount of quotes, 33 quotes. This is at Willoughby. That's 4.71 quotes per day. We got number of reservations were 8, so we got a conversion rate of 24%. We want to be above that. We want to be hitting around about 30%, but it's obviously a small sample size. And the rest of the week was pretty goddamn good for the other places. We had eight move-ins. So that means it's a conversion rate, again, of course, to move-ins of 24%. 24% is, it's just, again, a little bit below where I want to be. I want to be 25%, but there's not a lot in it really, is it? We moved in 720 square foot. How much did we move out? I'm glad you asked. We only moved out 600, which is good, which meant we had a profit. It's like betting. We had a net plus of 120 square foot. The Luton van, it seems to be a thing where it only rents out 5 times. It was rented out 5 times again. So not too bad. Let's have a look. So total internal rooms occupied, 317. We had 8 move-ins and 8 move-outs. So 317. Containers. We had 2 containers move in, and we've got now 38 containers rented out, because what we do is we utilize, we've got a massive car park. And by the way, I'd rather be lucky than good, and I'm definitely lucky, because when we first started, I didn't even look for places where I could utilize a fenced car park because we put containers in, etc. I just thought, right, okay, brilliant. We've got a large car park. Little did I know that now we're paying the rent from the money we get from the containers. So all the rent is taken out by the car park, which is great, which almost means the building is free for us, which is fantastic. I got my phone with me, but it's 38 containers. Quick maths. I've got no idea. I don't think it quite covers the rent, but It's not too bad. Our rent is like £172,000. Right, store occupancy is 72.67. So we're hovering around that 72% mark. I don't want to go below that. I remember the Armadillo, one of the Armadillo sites that we got to hear about was 72%. They lost like, somebody told us that they lost like 20%. So going from 90% occupied to 72% occupied. And I was like, holy shit, if that ever happens to me, we're in big trouble. And here we are, 72%. We don't want to go much below that. Average sales per moving were £34.92. That's on merchandise. We sold £49,000 worth of insurance, which means our average insurance sold per moving was £6,125. We don't want to go below that 6,000. That's our mark. That's what we want to do. The most important thing that I look at here is the amount of move-ins due this next week. It's not the most important thing, but I know the rest of the figures because I get daily reports. And by the way, if you do want my daily reports, head on over to MrSelfStorage.com, daily newsletter, apart from when I'm on holiday, and I give you all the reports that I get. Well, just about. There's financial reports that I get that obviously I just, there's a level where I feel comfortable sharing, and then obviously financials, I don't feel as comfortable doing it. Ultimately, I don't want you guys to see how much I'm holding on by the skin of my pants. The seat of my pants, skin of my pants, I don't know. One of them things, because cash flow is always a bitch in this industry. If you're growing, if you're not growing, it's brilliant. If you are growing, then the capital expenses are huge. But that's a moat. That's a moat that protects us, so we can't complain about it. So amount of moving is due next week, 11 for 860 square foot. Amount of move out for this week are 8 for 610. So that means we're going to gain around about 250 square foot. However, I always add another 500 on there. So I think we're going to be around about 750 gain next week. Let's have a look. So we did, I'll tell you, I'll come back to that because that is something we can come back to. Right, Clough Road, that is the amount of move-ins due to, amount of reservations due to how many people booked online, etc. But then if I tell you that, then you're going to know how many reservations we did at Clough Road, Willoughby, Beverley. And I'm going to spoil the fun, aren't I? Right, so Clough Road, 37 quotes, not reservations, 5.29 quotes a day, 15 reservations. That is incredible. That's a conversion rate of 41%. Woo-hoo-ah! Move-ins, 650 square foot moved in. 2 people took extra rooms. So we took 800 square foot last week at Clough Road. 800 square foot moved in, 475 moved out. It means we had a Brucey bonus of 325. So happy there. Something we're not quite happy with is the amount of insurance sold. The amount of insurance sold was an average of £3,833 per move-in. So it needs to be almost double. Due in this next week, we've got 2 move-ins for 125 square foot. And we've got no move-outs. At this site currently, we're 64% occupied. The new site is 64% occupied. It's nearly as goddamn much as the as were Willoughby. I'm thinking of something else. So it's nearly as much as Willoughby. Willoughby's 72%. This is 64%. Incredible. Right, let's have a look at. Let's go to Beverley. Let's drive to Beverley. It's only down the road. Right, amount of quotes. 9 quotes at Beverley. So not very many quotes. Average 1.29 quotes per day. Reservations, we got 1, which is a disastrous conversion rate of 11%. But we're pretty full at Beverley, so we can't. Sometimes we have to send other people to different places like Willoughby and Clough Road. So we moved in 2, which is a conversion rate of 22%. So the amount of move-ins was 130 square foot. 1 person took an extra room. So we moved in a total of 180 square foot at Beverley. We moved in 180. We moved out 85. So we're 95 net square foot up last week. So up at Willoughby, up at Beverley, and up at Clough Road. Pretty goddamn good. We moved in 3 units. We moved out 2. So we've got 81 units occupied. At the minute, the store occupancy is 87%. So this one is doing really, really well. I do think that inside storage is obviously more expensive, and therefore I do think that you're going to have more churn rate. The churn's going to be bigger because people are going to be looking at your expenses, and I don't think it's going to have the churn rates is going to be as much for container sites. So for me, I'm on my job list today to look more container sites. I need more container sites. I'd like 5 or 6 open in the next 12 months because the cash flow pretty quickly, and it's just finding a damn location. Find a location, put a container on it. Don't think twice about container sites. They are wicked. Right, okay, my friends. So that's 87%. And by the way, I do think that you've got to have a good position, because it's okay opening a container site on the back and beyond at the minute, back of an industrial site, it'll work, but it won't continue to work. In 10 years' time, it will be more competitive, and people in A-star locations will beat the people in C locations without a doubt. Well, they'll have a massive advantage. And the only way you'll have to lower rates. You won't be able to get, because it's convenience. People pay for convenience. On the main road, convenient. Back of an industrial set, not convenient. And so therefore you have to lower your prices. You'll have to do something to get them in. Right, amount of square foot due in this week is 290 square foot for 3 move-ins, 160 square foot due to move out. So 130 square foot is due to be up there. Where average insurance was 5,500 at Beverley for move-ins. Let's have a look at Wrexham. Was we up at Wrexham? We was up at Wrexham! I knew it was not much in it. Right, so we had four quotes at Wrexham. Guess how many reservations? We had 3 bloody reservations at Wrexham. Unbelievable. This is never unheard of. So that's a conversion rate of, it's 75%. Oh yeah, we have it here. 75%. We had 1 move in for 25 square foot. And we had no move out, so that's pretty good. 25 square foot moved in, 25 square foot up. Amount of insurance, it was obviously a small room, so small insurance size of £3,000. Due this week, we got 100 square foot due in this week, and we got 75 square foot due to move out. So it should be a winning week. Let's have a look, see what else I can tell you. I'm going to get the analytics up while we type. I can never spell analytics. Right, so we got 27 reservations in total last week, which is incredible. We had, out of them 27, I haven't got a calculator, so you have to use your own intelligence here. we had 6 people who, we had 5 people who moved straight in, booked online. Pretty good. So that's, what is it? Oh, I don't know. Oh, mind you, I've got to do. I tell you what, I wonder if I can Google calculator here. Calculator. All right, here we go. So we had 27 reservations, didn't we? So 27. So they're all on Stormwell site, apart from a Beverley. Oh, how many reservations do we have at Beverley? Okay, Mandine, think. Was it 1, 2, 1, 2, 3? It was 1. So we had 26 reservations. So 20. Oh, should have really organized it, shouldn't I? You'd have thought so. 349. So 26 divided by 349 equals a conversion rate of 7%. Our website converted at 7% last week, which is a really good. Website visitors was up as well, so really happy there. Is there anything else I can tell you before I've got a scooty diddly do? Okay, the weekly total revenue. I'll just tell you the big number because I've got a scoot. It's £27,009.28. That's what we took last week. A little bit less than where we want to take. So hopefully this is going to be a good week this week. All right, my friends. Hope you love a new format. Easy for me, and been going for 13 minutes now. Right, I love you. I appreciate you. I'm going to take the kids to school, and I'll see you on Wednesday when we're talking. I haven't got a clue, to be honest, because I haven't recorded it. All right, I'm going to record it today, and it'll be published on Wednesday. Have a wonderful week, guys, and I will speak to you on Wednesday and on Friday. But don't forget, my newsletter will be coming out today. Take the kids to school. It'll be coming up at about 10:30. 10:30, I'll be sending the newsletter out. All right, so if you go to mrselfstorage.com before then, sign up, and you will get my email with all my weekly figures on there. All right, love you, appreciate you, and I'll see you on Wednesday. Bye-bye.